on the TV.
Yeah. All the better for him.
I'm out. I hounded it.
Are you running the auction?
Yeah.
These are from Barb, and look, she didn't put a
She's not coming.
no, she didn't put a tag on
Is
this
she
one.
okay?
She just has like an upset stomach and stuff. It's the koi guppies.
Okay.
I'll put them together.
All right, we're here. I got it. We're live. Get it. Kenny's here. You can't see him, but he just left a comment. All right. I got to deal with that. Let's see, that's the volume.
If you feel the volume on the TV.
Yeah.
Now they can hear us.
Okay, let me explain to you what's going on here. We are live on the Father Fish channel on YouTube. Woo! The comments on the right of the picture, if you can read them, are the people who are watching, the people who are tuned in. They're right now, let's see if I can tell how many. There are 14 people in right now. It'll pick up. We're going to be live throughout the evening. So for the next 2 hours, we'll be live. The screen is about a 15-second delay from live. So what do you want to try to do is pick up on the comments, and if you care to, you can come up to the camera and talk to that person. Say hello. Say nice to have you. Engage in a conversation. I don't think I can get that any bigger. The only way would be to take it off the screen. We really don't need the screen, I guess, there, do we? Let me try something.
In the right corner of the video is the expand button.
Yeah, there it is.
So is that on a delay, so if Lou swears, we can,
Yeah.
leave
Right,
him out?
like that.
180 also, and I actually have 125. So basically, right, I started scraping this all out, right, and when I got to the back part over here where my glass was, so basically, it was just a matter of pulling out the silicone and still have a
Okay, Chevy Fish, let me introduce you to some of these people. Chevy Fish is a fish breeder located in Illinois. She's a member of all of the Chicago clubs. She's a world-class fish breeder. I mean, she's bred hundreds of different kinds of fish. So she's with us this evening. JBVM, PSMDR, is a hobbyist. He's got a big fish room. Kenneth D. You see Kenneth D? That's Kenny. Those of you who remember Kenny, Kenny was active with us for a couple of years and moved out to Arizona.
Oh, I know, Kenny.
Right, you know Kenny.
Big
You've
beard.
talked to Kenny with the big beard, right? So Kenny is with us tonight. Diane wants to know what's for dinner. Andy, what are you eating? What do we got?
Cornbread and bean soup and then some pasta salad.
Jalapeno cornbread
Jalapeno cornbread
and soup beans.
and bean soup. There you go, Silver. Hello, hello.
Jason called me. I gave him directions.
I have a lot of fish. I do have to-
All right, what happened now?
Well, we're just being glad to have him.
I have a whole tank of them.
Could they be zebras?
Could they be fried toast?
There's Doritos, those.
The Garden of Eder is a fellow located in Tampa who has a very large shrimp collection. He just set up 80 more tanks in his living room. He has, yeah, he's got about 400 tanks, all shrimp.
Is that the guy in Spring Hill, look?
Yes.
Okay, I know.
I met him as the, Friends of Florida things.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna get something to eat.
Better, come on, come on.
Go down by the stairs. And
I guess you gotta go out and call him. I don't have a present always.
That was a rock green.
it was the jar, and all of a sudden, ran out and did it like this. And all of a sudden, hopeless. And then he was really all over the side. And we started one minute at a time.
Show up at his place and pick up a box of fish. You have it be, sure. So I think the rate. You had to get back. 3 bag fish. Get fish in the courtyard.
You may have given it to me. Do you have the mic? The microphone system, do you know where it is? Well, okay. I don't really need it particularly.
I've been bragging here.
Right. Oh, you got that thing, what? Crystal, hello, Crystal. Crystal is in the Midwest.
ABC.
We're getting crowded. Nice.
in the name of it. We have a. You got to see it.
Talked to him earlier about.
We'll just keep it going. I'll be here by 8. Now, you want to be able to get the votes. Which means somebody will pick up bids and call them out. And then record the person with a bid, and we'll have to set up a system to get payment and to get their credit. Then we can do their payment. What we'll try to do is set it up so that when they get a bid, they can put their PayPal, charge them right away, so we can check it.
So you got off pretty easy.
I did, actually, didn't I? So we got, what did we get?
You were spending a lot of
Usually.
No, mail, and. You're supposed to be clean up.
This is your second.
And made it down.
I gave you the mobile office because it had all the different stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's in the car.
I already know what the meeting
Oh, the cornbread and beans are good. I'll eat your cornbread. You don't make money when you sell it, you make it when you buy it. Yeah, I was always on for years. I know moving down here. I keep super wide.
Perfect. Spicy.
Don't you have the? Yeah, that's my
I got a bike room. I thought you weren't taking here.
Huh?
Well, we're redoing it all right now. To make sure we get it right.
I didn't get it.
Harper called you.
No, I talked to them. And he was like,
Galaxies. You got these?
Yeah, I got some.
Okay, nice.
Ooh, I had to check in the story.
I'm not gonna jump up.
I got some at home, but I don't have it. I didn't even bring. I should have brought it.
Good to see you.
Hanging in.
We are online, except they just went down.
Yeah, but I don't really have anything prepared.
That's okay.
I know I didn't, you know,
What happened?
my week was too rough. Too much stuff happening in my week. Just gonna have to
This is
wing
going
it.
dead if I don't pay attention to it.
Father Fish, how did you get rid of all your big fish when you get ready to store?
Sold them all.
Just, yeah, online?
Yeah, I sold everything,
Huh? You sold everything?
For Christmas?
everything.
Oh, rabbits now.
Oh, Nayla's here, my granddaughter. Hello, Nayla, nice to see you. We are live at the Venice Aquarium Society monthly meeting.
Well,
The man in front of you is Andres Ryan, the owner of BIOAQUATIX.
I got my shots.
Yeah, I got shots.
Him,
Still get it.
Bill
No,
Demery,
she had
who
it.
is
She had all the shots and everything else.
Treasure River Club, one of the founders.
3 days later, she's gone. 38 years old. Hey! What are you doing lately?
My granddaughter is here.
Oh, you got your own place. I don't even know about the farm. I do, I do in my home.
He's a cornbread, right? It's really good.
Yeah, the chickens all.
I've got one.
The beans and cornbread's really good.
Unless you do a quick order change and move it.
Let me walk you around a little bit, show you what we're doing. Everybody is up here right now, looking at all of the auction items. All of these bags are fish, mostly fish, some plants. They're all gonna be auctioned off tonight.
They all just hide.
Looks like about 100 bags. So we're gonna have a big auction. We will be live through the auction. Now, I would like to be able to include you guys in the auction. I'm not sure we're set up to do it yet. I need to be able to set up a system for payment and shipping. So it's just gonna take a little time to get it together, but by March, our goal is to be able to include everybody on the live stream in the auction. We're not gonna be able to do it tonight. Your mouth is gonna be watering. It will be disheartening, I know, because there's so much cool stuff here. But be of good faith and courage, because we will make it. All right. Wonderful.
Years ago, you used to.
Well, yeah, because I'm inside the house, but I can move everything. Right now they're breeding. Yeah, it's everybody.
What are we,
That's why they don't do well.
you want to sell?
I got never had any degree. One of those fish that you're not gonna see anybody going to raising it.
Right.
Not many people. But it's not, they breed all these. I put them in a cage.
Oh, I need to get, where are my fish?
Under the table in that box.
Okay.
Buried in.
That's
I've got fish in there. And every time anybody gets over there,
to the mud there?
laughing. It's on the
It's on the
table.
table. Okay.
But I begged them separately because I wasn't sure if it was good. You
Makes sense.
can sell them as threes.
You're back in individual.
Yes.
It's the best way to do it. I mean, okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll just do a five price.
Retail may be about $15 each at that size.
Okay.
They like to let them dance. Maybe it'll be I know there was a lot of cars.
I don't have anything ready.
You know, Mike, have you seen that in my mind? He's been he said he's never me.
Sure. We get some water, we're gonna get some.
I know, I love Claire.
Well, I knew that already, but I had not treated them. We're all
They're so pretty.
I got.
I thought you were supposed to. Oh, let me know.
Okay, everybody want to take a seat, please. You'll be seeing it when it comes up.
Well, I didn't bring that.
They're holding the
Bring that box.
I was talking to a couple of these people. Not that many people see.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
On, oh, well.
I want to trade on
You'll notice for the-
This screen keeps going dead on me. I don't know why it's doing it, because I got it plugged in.
I was talking to her every day. I was paying her. I didn't realize something.
But I have the power on.
Oh, yeah. But it's just one.
All right, we all have a seat, please.
You're talking to her one day. Say my friend. There one day. You right rules. Appreciate you coming around.
We all have a seat, please.
Can I have a seat?
Sorry, boss.
Have a seat.
You can have it through.
they're smelling good.
I just want to get something.
I can't tell.
I'm ready to go something.
Should be.
Yeah.
All right. So for those of you who are
I don't have
watching,
any
how many we got?
markers left at my house. Just red.
We have as many people watching us as we have here. That's about 30 people watching and 30 people here. So welcome all. Nice to see you all. We got some new faces. So I want to start by making sure everybody has a chance. If you haven't been here since we have reconvened, then I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. So let's start right here.
Francis with Maryland from Venice.
Frances is an old-time member, been a member for years, been active with it. She's an artist who teaches art locally.
Oh, I did the mermaid and a seahorse on Venice Avenue, if you want to go look at them.
Nice. Where on Venice?
In about the middle section on the south side. Beautiful red-headed mermaids.
Oh, wonderful.
Gorgeous blue seahorse.
Lovely. On the island?
Yeah, on Venice Avenue.
Oh, okay. Venice Avenue goes out to,
I know, but right
out to
downtown.
River.
Downtown, yeah.
Downtown
In
Venice.
Venice, yeah.
Okay. We know you guys. Let's go to the table back here. Yep, ladies.
Hello, hi. I'm Megan. I'm from Fort Myers Aquarium Society.
Oh, wonderful. Nice to have you with us. And your friend?
I'm Jessie. I'm also from the Fort Myers area.
Oh, happy to meet you. So, great. So we have some guests from the Fort Myers Aquarium Society. And Joe is here. Joe's the president of the Fort Myers Aquarium Society. Nice to have you guys with us. Really? Oh, that's great. Great here too. Say hello.
Mike Renato, Fort Myers Aquarium Society.
Mike's an old friend.
Yeah, been here before, but glad to be back.
Wonderful. Great to have you back.
Thank you.
Table over
Fish I
here.
was looking forward to doing.
I'm Larry. I'm here with my dad, Tony.
Showed up as a $200.
Okay. Tony?
Been here before.
Been here before. Two Dennis is here. Raul's here. All the way to the back. Quiet a minute. I'm sorry? Here to bid for some
I've
fish.
been here before. This is my cousin, this is my wife, this is my cousin's girlfriend.
Nice to have you guys here. Good to see you. Over in the corner.
I'm Mike from H2O Tropical Fish in Northport. It's a whole box of stuff that I got wrapped.
What's the name of your shop?
H2O Tropical Fish.
Okay,
Northport.
okay.
Shop, 2 months old.
Where in Northport?
Tamiami Trail, right at Biscayne.
At Biscayne.
Down here, guys, it's kind of Fort Myers
Nice.
side, and I'm trying to meet all the locals.
Well, that's great. Good to have you with
I'm an
us.
underground guy, I like breathing as much as I like.
All right. Great to have you here. Is this your wife?
This is my wife, and these are 2 friends of mine.
And who are you guys?
They're friends of mine.
And I'm Donnie.
Heather and Donnie, nice. And right in front of you,
Steve from Pinellas County.
Steve.
Aquarium Society.
Dallas County.
Rich.
Tampa Bay Aquarium Society, TBAS. No.
Oh, Tampa Bay. Okay, great. From Pinellas, right? We don't have anybody here from Pasco County Club, I guess, too. That's about the only one that says. Nice to have you all. Great to be here. As you've already noticed, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to sit on this thing, I guess. It keeps dropping off because the battery's low again.
That's
what they're
Pardon? Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
you should have worn, yeah, you should have wore the matching socks.
And I know.
They can still see us, because the signal is going out through the other computer. This is simply showing us what's being fed out through YouTube. Yeah. So if this goes blank, because we haven't lost them, we've lost them. They haven't lost us. Let's see. Couple of things. One of the things that the board is working on trying to do is to get the numbers back up, to get us back to where we were before all the madness began. We were averaging close to 50 people. We got a little better than 30 here tonight, so that's definitely an improvement over where we've been for the last couple of months. So thank you all very much for coming out and being supportive. Andy is selling raffle tickets. We're going to do some raffle items out of this box. These are Christmas presents that the club donated last month. And there's some nice things in there. So I don't think we'll do them all, but we'll do a bunch of them. So a lot of you will have a chance to win something tonight.
That was my New Year's Eve fish, the final fish.
Barbara, who's not here tonight, she's been working so hard, she got herself sick, I think. She's been on the phone every day since last Sunday. So the Sunday before, 2 weeks ago. She's been about 10 days on the phone pretty much every day, calling everybody up on our list. We've got about 450 people on our mailing list, half of whom are not active, but the other half of whom have been active. So we're trying to trying to figure out who really is interested, trying to make sure we get notifications out to everybody. If you are not getting a notification about the meetings, see Valerie, give her your email address and your name. Okay, she doesn't have her list.
And the bouncer that'll beat her up if she didn't.
Yeah, Barbara has the list and she's out sick. But Valerie will get your name and your email and we'll make sure you get on the list. We're using MailChimp and there have been errors in it. So we're trying to get that fixed and try to get it working so everybody will get a notification. What else? One of the things that we have talked about at our club meeting a couple of times, Chuck, where's Chuck? I don't see him. Where'd he go?
Right there.
There he is. He's hiding. Come up here, Chuck. Chuck has had the notion that we really ought to find a way to merge with the Sarasota Club. The club is on its last legs, and it's an old club that's been around for decades. I was active with that club back in 1990, 91, and it was around before that. Yes, Joe?
Didn't know there was one. I've never seen anything about it.
Well, they're meeting every other month. They only have just a small handful of people who are attending just to basically keep it going. Danny is holding the meetings at his store.
Do they have a public page or somehow?
Pardon?
Do they have a public page or something?
I don't think so. It's just a word of mouth. It's gotten to that point. They're not putting out a newsletter, I don't believe. The fellow who was doing that passed a couple of months ago, and it's just kind of languished. So what we want to try to do, I've talked to all of the members. We're going to try to get a joint board meeting and see if we can talk through some ways that we can maybe begin to work together and maybe make a bigger club out of it. So I just wanted to kind of alert you to that. We have no interest in leaving this facility. This is free to us thanks to Chuck and his community. It's a wonderful facility. If we get up to 100, we'll have to spread out to the left. into the pool tables. So we'll stay here as long as we can, because it's really quite a nice facility. One more thing about the live streaming. Yeah, it's dead again. I think,
camera pointed right now?
pardon?
Where's the camera pointed right now?
It's pointed at me, actually.
I think you just lost the screen.
Yeah, I just walked away. I don't know what's happening to it. Oh, the screen.
It's
is
coming,
here.
it's coming. It's your
Yeah.
computer is just shutting down after you're not
Yeah,
looking at
it's,
it.
it's shutting down because the battery's low.
Oh, no, he's got it.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
You just have to find it.
Anyway, I've been wanting to live stream these club meetings, mainly because we have really phenomenal programs. And it's a way to be able to register those programs, to get them in a file, to be able to make them available to people. So we're excited about doing that. I promised the folks on the live stream that by March, we're gonna include them in the auctions. We're not set up to do it tonight, but I very much want to be able to do that. It's going to involve a couple of things, a couple of systems we're going to have to put in place to make sure that that we get payment at the same time the bids are coming out. I think there's a way we can do that using PayPal, but it's going to take some effort on the part of several people. So if that's something you would like to work on, we're going to need help with it. I've accepted responsibility for doing the packaging, packing fish out and shipping them. So, but I'll probably need help with that. So anyway, all right. Anything else we need to talk about right now? Board members? No, we're good? Okay. Well, tonight we have,
Me again.
yeah, I know, exactly. We got Andres again. Andres is, we have two people who we absolutely adore having in our programs. Andres is one.
And they are, yes.
And Bill is the other of them are here tonight. But we got Andres instead. And Bill is the other one. These are guys.
Bill's not here?
No, he's not here. These are guys who are just so locked into the industry and into the field in such depth that they really have just a remarkable story to tell. And when we get them, we don't ask them to do a program. We're just happy to have them to stand up here and open it up and talk about whatever's on their mind and heart. So we want Andres to come up, say hello, welcome. Good to see you. We've known each other
Since yesterday.
at least, what, about 25 years, I guess.
Yeah, probably
About 25 years, long time.
Yeah,
Nice to have you here.
different stores, different
Thank you
places.
for coming, that's right. I'm gonna leave it to you.
Oh, great.
Take over. I'm gonna try to,
Fix the camera on
yeah,
there.
I'm gonna fix the
How
camera.
mean? I don't, but nobody likes to look at me. Apologize for not totally being fully ready tonight. I had a bit of a rough week this last week because I lost one of my best friends from COVID, so that was a tough one. She was helping me with the website a lot and with sales and all that. She wasn't living in this country, so she was living in Italy, but she basically built the website for me over the last 6-7 years. Anyway, so she passed away last week. The complication, the COVID, so within 5 days she was gone. So it's kind of weird. So it's the first time I'm, like I told anybody. So it was I did the funeral this morning online, so it was kind of tough. So I'm not totally there, but I'm here. So I'm mostly talking about me. I'm pretty much, I come from Canada, but I basically was born in the U.S. Went in Canada, my mom's Canadian. We met there. I came back down here, did my master's in aquaculture, Florida Tech, on the other coast, Melbourne. And I ended up staying. I worked on a lot of fish farms. On the other coast, there's a lot of fish farms, especially African cichlids on Fellsmere and Vero Beach. There's a lot of cichlid farms there. There's still a few left, but that's where I went. And then I graduated and ended up, I come to Florida, to Sarasota, because Chuck My friend here, Chuck, was living in Venice, and I kept coming over here, and I kind of liked Sarasota, and I kind of bought land there, and I'm still doing fish. So that's pretty much my story. And I did a lot of production for the chain stores, trying to sell to Seagrass and 5D and all these other guys, Lyles and Busby's, and there's a bunch of those guys. And then I kind of diverted it to doing a lot more rare stuff like cichlids and Central Americans and Tanganyikans, and then I went into the tetras. There's a lot of cardinals and oddball tetras, and then now I'm doing angels. I do a lot more stuff with nanofish, little nanofish like the Alex Bora brought some in. I breed tonloaches. Should have brought them. I do tonloaches. I still like the centrals. I'm a big fan of Central American, so I like centrals. And then a lot of nano stuff. Little cardinal tetras. I breed those. I do a lot of. I started working with pencil fish right now. I brought some of those. And shrimp. I do a lot of shrimp. So I brought some shrimp. So. Known Steve too for a long time. All this stuff, all these guys. So, anyways, but Chuck, anyways, it's the reason I'm pretty much here in Sarasota, because I kept coming over here all the time. So, is there any questions about breeding certain fish you guys are interested in and stuff like that?
How big are the little clown loaches? Last time I saw they were less than a
They're like an
centimeter.
inch and a half.
Oh, okay.
Inch and a half. So
how many are
I've
there?
got some 2 inches, but it takes about they're slow growers. They're 6 months to get 2 inches. So in the wild ones, they grow a little faster in the wild, but what you see is in the wild, there's 2 harvests a year for the clown loach. They breed twice a year. I can't breed them twice a year. I've never been able to. I only breed them once a year. I just can't seem to find a way. They breed in October, November, and that's it. I got 2 weeks, and that's it. I can't do it anywhere else. In the wild, they breed in the same time, November and stuff, and then they breed in May, April, May. But I've never been able to breed them in April, May. They breed April, May in the summer, in the wild, but not in my tanks. So it's a tough one right there. So once a year, if you miss it, you're done.
Andres, you were talking about the ponds that you were working on in the beginning. I don't understand. Do they breed in those ponds, or do they take the fish out, breed them, and then put fry into those ponds?
Well, there's different ways. For me, I just like to grow fish in ponds. You can't control the environment. There's too many things going on. A lot of people will do cichlids, will do them in ponds, because the cichlids are parental brooders. They take care of the young, so they can, so that's why we have them all South Florida, all over the ditches. Tons of cichlids out there. But the cardinals can be bred in ponds. They breed in my tanks by themselves, but the larvae is so small that it gets eaten by anything. So the only way to do really cardinal is because they like that really acidic water. To breed them at a 4.5, pH of 4.5. So there's nothing else that lives in there. Other fish don't like it, and it's dark. They have to be dark. The larvae doesn't like the sun or any kind of light. It kind of fungus up and dies. So you have to grow them in pitch black for 2 weeks, and then you can slowly get light into them. And they grow pretty quick. I mean, they're voraciously. Cardinals will eat everything. It's kind of weird because you'll put them they'll take baby cardinals, put them in a tank, and put them in the dark in a closet with no light, and you put food in there, and they find it. So I don't know how they've got these sensors or something like that. So other fish, if I do tetras that way, they don't eat. They just go dark and they go to
I have
sleep.
a couple
Whatever.
of questions. Crown Tail Halfmoon said, please express your condolences on the passing of your friend.
Thank you.
Neon Tetras, please share some breeding techniques.
Well, I can summarize it real quick. If you want to compare the two, Cardinal is a group spawner. It doesn't breed in pairs. It has to group as a group. And it doesn't require mops or anything else like that. It's just a egg scatterer and just lays the eggs everywhere. You don't need mops or plants or anything. Neon is a pair spawner. So it's you have to have mops or you have to have brushes or something like that. And the male get territorial and they kind of coax the female to breed and then they go on. So you can breed neons as a pair. The other one too, the good one is neon or afternoon spawners. So they're dusk spawners. So you set up the tank and you leave them quiet and you're trying to get them to breed before sunrise, sunset, sorry, before sunset. And then the cardinals is the opposite. They breed at sunrise. They only breed at sunrise. So at the minute the sun comes up is when they breed. So
So they don't breed in the dark?
They breed in the dark, pretty much. The cardinals breed in the dark.
How
The
many
neon
neons?
breed in the neons need light.
What pH for the neons?
Neons, you can do them at 6,
Okay, they don't.
6,
have to
6,
have
5.
it.
It's pretty much pretty standard. Cardinals, it's pretty much, I would say, between 4 and 5, 4, 5 to 5.
Could you talk a little bit about how to get that pH down that low and keep
I
it
need
there?
a board for that because it's complicated. Most people don't understand.
You explained it 4 times and I don't get it.
Dirty sponge filter,
One more
baking soda, RO water,
well, I
and
can,
magic.
I'm just gonna, okay, so you guys know when you have a fish tank for a while, let's say a regular cichlid tanks, and you have it for a while, you haven't changed the water for a while, and suddenly fish aren't looking great, and they don't eat that well. And then you'll test the pH and you realize the pH is like at 6.5. You ever experienced that?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's usually 3.5 though for my tank.
Well, so a lot of people don't ask what happened. Do you guys understand what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, it started to acidify.
Yeah, but
There's no buffer.
Yeah, but
There's no
why?
buffering.
The carbonates got burned up.
yeah, okay, why? Why it got
Why it
burned?
was crushed coral.
Yeah, but even if you have crushed coral, that still happens.
Yeah.
So so who's taking the calcium? The carbonates? Who's taking that out? Where is it?
Right, nitrifying bacteria.
There you go.
Okay.
The bacteria is eating.
What
So
is
biological filtration, the number one food source for the bacteria is carbonates. So you have to have carbonates in the water to have biological filtration. You don't need a lot. You just, so you can have, the idea that you had to have, you cannot do biological filtration in an acidic tank in soft water is not true. You can do biological filtration. It's just that you have to have carbonates. You don't need a teaspoonful in a 10-gallon tank. You just need a pinch. So for example, I keep, let's say I have a system, 100-gallon system with carbons. And my do you guys understand conductivity or grains of hardness, that kind of stuff? Okay. So let's say I'm at 1 grain of hardness. Conductivity is like in the 20s, so it's like almost pure water. Because I put a little bit of minerals in there for them. So what happens is there's no buffer, right? So that pH will drop. So with the feeding the fish are eating, the biological filtration is running. So what happened is that the pH will go down. So in the beginning it's at 7, and then it's slowly down, it's going down, it's going down. And if you don't take care of it, it's going down to about, at 3.4, you're at the point where you have no carbonates in the water. And now you're at the point where ammonia starts creeping up on you because the biological filtration is not working. But there's no fish out there that breathes at 3.4. That's like, they'll live, but they're not. Cardinals is as low as I get. It's like you can do them real well at about 4.2. But underneath that, the biological filtration is it's dead. So now you have a pH will start coming back up. But it's not a good pH. It's a pH with ammonium ions and stuff like that. So it becomes toxic. That's not toxic at the beginning because you're under that 6.5, because ammonia becomes real toxic above 6.5. So you're fine, but you need to, in order to kick that bacteria up, you need to put a little bit of bicarb. So in my system of 100-gallon, I literally put I take a salt shaker and I go like this, and that's it. That's how much carbonate goes in. And my filtration will keep running for another week, just with literally a pinch of bicarbs, and that's it. And you're looking at 1 gallon. Yeah, you could start putting teaspoons, but then your pH goes up to 7 and nobody's breathing, nothing's happening. So you can maintain in there. So what I do is you got the filtration, and then I got, you guys know what pH controllers are? pH meters? You can get those on Amazon. People use them for
Little digital ones?
Yeah, they use them for, I use the one that plug in, so you can on-off switch. So they're good for CO2 tanks, planet tanks, that kind of stuff. So I got the pH controller. I connected to a bucket with a solenoid valve, and I got bicarb water in there.
You need that.
And then there's a valve that kicks in. So basically, I got a range and say, okay, if the pH goes up to 4 or 5, it turns off. If it goes below 4, it turns on. So it drips. And then so basically I maintain that pH where I want it just by doing that, not doing anything. Just feed the fish and change the water once in a while. And then they breed every day. So cardinals breed every day. You know, that you could, a little colony of 100 fish could get you about 100,000 fish every month. It's extremely prolific fish. So that's pretty much how how biological filtration works. So you guys get a little bit of it? You understand? Okay, so biological filtration needs bicarbs. So baking soda, you know, baking powder, whatever, baking soda. Yeah.
Just answer my question.
Zach wants to know if you have a formal education in chemistry, or is this?
Well, yeah, I did a lot of chemistry in school. Yeah, because I did a lot of research and stuff like that. But that was basically, you know, a lot of this stuff is just trial and error, trying to figure stuff out, right? So trying to understand how filtration works. Because you had all these guys, and even at the lab, at the fish lab there in Ruskin, they were convinced that it was sugar. So they were trying to get their filtration going with molasses and all kinds of natural sugars, and it wasn't working. And I kept telling them, it's not that. It's bicarb. They're like, well, we have to figure it out. I was like, well, whatever. Just go ahead, do it. I'm going to keep going. You know? So it's kind of interesting. So the biological filtration needs bicarbs to work. So it works real well in hard water. And then you have the problem with, over time, the bacteria will start coating all your gravel, your crushed coral, and then suddenly it won't. You won't have bicarbs dissolving into your tank. So once in a while, if you have a saltwater tank, you have to take your gravel, bleach it, and it's ready to be eaten up again and dissolve in the water, right? So if you just have an old saltwater tank and you're like, oh, okay, I got to keep adding buffers because the coral is covered with bacteria and they can't dissolve anymore. So, yes?
Change the beat a little. Shrimp. What shrimp did you bring, number one?
I only do neos. You know, I did a lot of cardinias in the past, but the problem is it requires different, like, they keep dying because you send them in water and people that don't have the right water, right? So it's really hard in general to allocate. You're gonna have to have soft water, cool water, and a neutral pH, and it's all these parameters that make it really hard for the cardinias. That, you know, you got to have the right water. The neos, just tap water, they're fine. Soft water, they're fine. They don't have a specific range of water, or they just do well in all waters. But the cardinias, then they're really specific. So people get them in and they're like, oh, they're gorgeous, and they're dead. You know, but because their water's not right, and then you have to explain to them it's not the same. It's like doing discus, right? You can do discus real well in hard water. They're going to be okay. They're not going to be great. But then you got to do soft water, and then people got to get into the whole heat and soft and hot water and warm and all that. So I go with the stuff that's a little easier for everybody, you know.
So pH keeps dropping and there's no carbon in the water and you don't sprinkle the salt. At what point does the biofilter fail?
Well, for me, it's basically, you can test with ammonia. You know, that's the number one. But for me, is at 3.2 to 3.4, it's over. You gotta rebuild your bacteria with it, right? So, and that you have to put a little bit of bicarbs in there, but you gotta be careful because now you got ammonia in the system, and it's gonna take almost a week to get the bacteria to rebuild to eat that stuff up because the pH gets so low that basically it's sterile. So, for example, let's say I bring in fish in from South America. Let's say I bring in like an easy one, like cardinals or otos, and I bring wild ones in. They bring them in, they put them in well water, and you know, you look at them and they're like horrible, and you say, okay, I'm gonna grab it anyways. What I do is I take them and I throw them literally in 4 or 5 pH water. I just put them right in. And it's amazing what happens. Nope. Just put them right in, you know, because it's pretty much like a cleansing for them. They just go in, and then everything that's on them, all the ick, the bacteria, everything on it just falls off. Nothing grows on them. And then suddenly the cardinal, and a week later, you feed it, and it's perfect. Perfect. I don't have to put medication on them, anything like that. And I do that with a lot of cories that are wild, a lot of even little catfish that come in from the Brazil or whatever. And it's pretty much like one of the best things I've ever found in the last 5 to 6 years.
Back up and say that again. I missed.
You missed or somebody
I
else?
missed it, but it needs to be said again.
No, it's because, let's take, for example, cardinal tetras. A lot of people, they say, oh, it's a fragile fish and everything else. When I breed them and go, I can't kill them. They just go on the floor, pick them back up, put them on the tank, there's no big deal. But when you get them wild, first, one of the things, you guys understand how they collect these animals? So they go into drought, right? So there's a drought period, low rain, and so they find these fish in puddles everywhere and creeks and everything else, and they're pretty much on the verge of dead, or they're going to die. There's another month, and it's dried, and these 10,000 cardinals are going to be, dried up. So it's kind of an interesting thing because the Amazon is like, it's a cycle, right? So these fish that are surviving those puddles survive the rain comes in, and then they start breeding like crazy. And then you got cardinals everywhere, the drought comes in, you got puddles with millions of cardinals around, but these cardinals haven't eaten in months. So they're easy, like go in there and there's 3,000 right there in one scoop. So same with Otocinclus and all these, whatever. There's so many little tetras, Plico's a little different. But so when they bring these fish in, they put 1,000 in a box, and then they, throw them in water. And they're like, oh, they're going to live. They crank up the heat, and okay, cardinal's going to be fine, and they just sell. Just get them out of here. And then, but nobody does soft water. Seagrass doesn't do it. 5D doesn't do it. None of these big guys do it. It's just in and out the door, But I'll go in and I'll just buy, I'll get a box of cardinals, and I'll just say, they'll tell me, oh, they're not going to make it. They'll be okay. I'll lose some, and then I put them in, and I'll save like 90% of them. And that's just from putting them directly in that soft water and let them sit there. And then I can take them and then bring them right up to 7. Put a drip on it, get that well water in there in a week or so, and they're at 7 pH, they're perfect. And then you ship them out.
So is this only for wild fish? It's already coming from low pH? Or would you do that with something that you receive,
It all depends on the fish, right? If it's tank raised, you just have to, that's a different story. You don't know, every one of you guys that has a fish tank has a different ecosystem. Everybody have different, some people have ick, some people have this, some people have, snail problem. Then it's just made a quarantine, This really worked for the South American fish, the central.
You're putting them in salt water, not acidic water.
No, acidic water. Yeah, 5.4, 5 pH of 5. Just
Isn't that like over 1,000 times softer than something like 7?
oh yeah. It's a factor of 100 every one. Yeah. But it doesn't. For those fish, they're just like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, especially if the fish just came off the plane and didn't go into the pH of 8 water.
Exactly.
That's the best thing because they're in.
But every fish is different. You gotta find the niche. Like for example, like for me, clown loaches, you guys are familiar with them. They're prone to ick, right? And everybody's got their rules on how to, they're gonna get it, But my best treatment for loaches is salt, so rock salt. And so what I do is I let's say I get them in, wild ones or whatever. I put them in a tank. I get the salt at 6 parts. Let's say 5 parts, 5 parts per 1,000. So you can basically taste a little bit. And then you put them in there for 2 weeks. Crank the temperature to 84. Leave them in there for 2 weeks. And if they have ick, it'll fall off, and they won't retard. Copper doesn't work. Quick Cure doesn't work. All these other products that don't work. It's basically salt. Salt is the only cure I could find to clean a loach and make it really healthy again. That's it. And it can't be sea salt. I tried sea salt, didn't work. It's rock salt. And you get it like 5 parts. And I think it was 5 parts is like it's almost a cup of salt per 20 gallons or something like that. Half a cup of salt per 10 gallons, something like that. So it's there. And they do fine. And it cleans them right out. And it's
A cup per 10 gallons?
yeah, it's a cup of salt per 20 gallon. I think it's half a cup of salt per.
Are you water changing them in between that too, in that 2-week period?
I'll do a water change, but with the salt again for 2 weeks. So I'll do I'll clean the bottom, clean the filter, vacuum the bottom. I'm gonna keep that temperature 84, and then literally just cleans them up. And I do even the wild ones when they come in and they don't have it. You do that, it's like a prophylactic treatment. They just perfectly clean. They start eating better, You know, because they get gill flukes, they get all kinds of worms. You know, they're rough fish.
Chevy Fish is talking about using rainwater.
Rainwater is salt water. It's like distilled water. So,
And slightly acidic, generally.
well, soft water, you know, our water is slightly acidic. It's like 6.5, you know, so it's like, but there's no buffer, right? So it'll go crashing down,
Right.
You know. Any questions?
So if you have eggs, you put them in salt water.
I do salt now.
Any fish.
I do all salt. Even the cardinals, I do salt. But the cardinal, I don't even do salt anymore. I just do the salt, the acidic water. That's it. Because as soon as the ick's on them, the cyst, you can't really treat the cyst. It's there. But it's when it falls off, then it hatches. You're killing the swimming stage. So, and then the acidic water, like at a pH of 5, those little, whatever, the parasite, when it hatches, they die. It's too acidic for them. There's nothing that lives in there. And the salt is the same treatment. The salt will take care of that. It just, you got these little microorganisms that comes out and they hatch, and the salt just eats them up. You know, just shrivels them up. So.
What about 86 or higher?
No, you can go higher. You can go higher. I just find it.
Easier on the fish.
No, it's not that. It has to do with the biological filtration.
Oh, right.
So at high temperature, biological filtration doesn't work very well. It's harder on the. You need more of it, right? So you increase metabolism on the fish, you excrete more stuff. You need more filtration. So you have to balance that out. So if you're gonna increase the temperature, put like 3 more sponge filters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just can't keep up with this.
Yeah. We're gonna be working in the fish room tomorrow.
So. Any questions?
What was that for? Increase the tension?
Well, it's just basic common sense. So let's say you have a tank and you have a bunch of fish, and you're treating or something like that, and you increase the temperature. But if you increase it too high, that filtration is not going to be able. The filtration that's already there is not going to be enough to maintain, because these fish are going to have more metabolism, excrete more, they're going to eat more, so you're going to need to be something. You know, if you only have 2 fish in the tank, it's no big deal. But if you have a bunch of fish, you know, they tell you put more air and all that, but more filtration for that. You know, so
Yeah, that's a good point.
Crowntail Half Moon wants to know, how do you raise neon fry? What foods do you culture, or what do you got to do?
Okay, just so you know, I don't really do a lot of culture food. I think it's too much work. So the only food, live food that I really use is newly hatched brine, and then I get once in a while I get little microworms from Chris. But I don't really believe in live food as much as I'm perfectly content with flakes, pellets, frozen stuff, but I don't do any live food. So the only live food basically is newly hatched brine. So to get back to the question, on the neons, they're big enough to hatch brine shrimp, you know, to newly hatched brine shrimp. And if you wanted to, the microworms works really well. The only problem with microworms is they sink, right? You guys know that. So you got to put some kind of bubbling in there just to get them loosened up a little bit. So I like that one because that's a fairly clean food, easy to do, and it's small, and it doesn't, you know, and it stays alive. That's the other thing too, right? You guys, if you do a brine shrimp, after a while it dies at the bottom and it gets the orange coast, and you get all that. So I like the microworms because I use microworms for the luchas, you know, and the cardinals that go straight to brine shrimp because they're very voracious, and then so that's pretty much it.
Vinegar eels float better.
Yeah, vinegar, I just find the process of doing them painful. It's too complicated.
It is a bother part of sticking.
You know, you can't at the top, put it away. Just give me the food. That's so.
What about egg yolk? Somebody's
Ham.
here's talking about egg yolk.
Your big bags that you use, big blue round bags you use.
Right.
Do you source them in the United States? Where do you source them?
Well, the company that I bought those things 4 years ago was Duracast. It's still there.
What is it?
Duracast.
Duracast?
And Lake Plant City, but not Plant City.
I've had a really hard time sourcing things.
Well, the thing is, everybody's getting to that. Duracast is, it's like it's north of here, but it's not Plant City. It's further out. It's more in the central of the state. You know, it's not in Orlando, South Orlando. It's like this, and they have a really big place there. They're on the web, Eurocast. You know?
Yeah.
And you can get seconds. You can get seconds. Seconds is what I got, but that was years ago. The problem with it now is that years ago you could buy those big vats. They were $100. They were just throwing them out but now people bid on them, and they get, you know, so.
How many gallons are the ones that you're putting?
The ones I got are 440s. 440. Yeah, they're standard. And then, but you know what I use now? As I buy swimming pools. Amazon swimming pool for $200.
That was mine.
25 footers. You know, and you know what? You use it for a year or two, roll it up, throw it away, make another one. It's no big deal. Lake Wales, that's it.
Thank you.
So, because let's say I'll put like, let's say I got a big one, I got a 15 footers or whatever, and I put like, I'll grow like 300 angels in there. It's not a lot, but I'm trying to grow them, you know. But then I sell them online for $100 a pair. I sold that. I made that. I paid for that pond like 4 fish. You know, 4 pairs. I'm like, okay, moving on. You know, so I mean, it sucks, right? I don't want to be that way, but it's hard to, you know.
Thank you.
Same problem I told you when it works, but the problem is it settles at the bottom and rots. It's really rich and oily, clogs up the filtration, you know, and you know, fish. You know, it's okay, it works, but you got to go on top of it and really clean that tank every time you do it. You know? Oh man, yeah, just one little clump too big, and you're like, oof. Any more questions? Anything else?
Andres, what kind of dry food do you use for your food?
Oh, I use a bit of different kinds, but okay, my favorite food is still Aquamax for pellets. So you can buy it at the Co. Different size. I like the 200. That's the one I use the most. The 100 and 200 too. Just a note on that. Clown loaches, for example, people ask me, what do you feed them? They eat the same food. They've been eating the same food for the last 10 years. I don't add anything else to it. I just feed Aquamax and a bit of some kind of a bit of flake food, but basically Aquamax 200. That's all they eat. And I got females that get like, you know, and that's all they eat. They don't like changing diets. Clown loach is a fish that doesn't like to change diet. You know, so you feed it the same thing for a while, and next thing you know, it's great. You know, it's like I picked up some wild discus about 4 or 5 months ago, and there were heckle blues. I still got them. And people are like, oh, you got to have beef heart and all this stuff. And I said, nah. They're eating Aquamax right now. That's all they're eating. And they're looking great. And they're egging up and they're paired off. I got 4 pairs set, you know. And so, yeah, of course, when I just, you know, it's just a lot of people cheat on the food. They just want to give them something. Oh, it's going to eat that. And yeah, it's going to eat it, but it's really what it's eating. It's discus eat beef heart in the wild? Where does that come from? Yeah. What's the philosophy behind that? I don't understand that.
That cow that fell in the Amazon.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, okay, it works. They eat it. You know, it's like feeding bloodworms to Tropheus, the boys and stuff. It works, but it's not what they eat. You know? So.
You feed bananas to your clown loaches?
I use the peel. Yep, because the peel's fiber and it takes longer to dissolve, and so the bacteria grow real well. So you get a lot of biofauna. The biofauna, you know, the paramecium and all those little things. So when I got the brine shrimp, I do the bloodworm, the microworms, but then I throw banana peel at the bottom of the tank. And so you get the high fibers, it dissolves really slowly, turns black, but it gets coated with stuff. And these little fish just zip there like little vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, so that's good. What I was actually mentioning was feeding the full bananas with clown loaches, even adults. Have you done that?
Yeah, I just find it really dirty, and they kind of make a mess. And their favorite food, though, baby loaches, is mangoes.
Mine too.
A rotten mango. You take a mango. What I do is I'll drill a hole in it, let it rot for a while, put it in the tank, and they'll go in there. The baby loach will go in there and eat it all up. I don't have to do anything, but it's messy. You know, it makes messy. So I try that. I tried peaches and pears and apples and didn't care for those, but then I threw a mango in there and they're like, whoa. It's like, where are they? They're all in it. They're all in it. You know.
Crown-tailed half moon said, mentioned there's a new method of doing vinegar eels, which are similar to microworm cultures. It's called hyperdense vinegar eels, and they're gonna post the link, so.
So I'll tell you what, you do it, you let me know. Okay? And I'll tell you if it works for me. Anything else about anything?
Yes.
About plants?
Rabbit snails, I saw you brought them. What pH are those?
Rabbit snails is hard water fish.
Like
7 and up.
What do you know about?
And how
you
big
guys-
do those get?
Have you bred them?
Yeah, I breed them all. Yeah, that's all I breed. I got.
They're
four
live
varieties.
bearers, correct?
Yeah, they eat one baby at a time here and there, but you know, you get
Like
hundreds and they do
Like
well.
an apple snail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little life and they grow pretty quick.
How big does that kind get?
About 4 inches.
And
These
how
are the
old
orange
are
ones.
they
Huh?
at that size? Are they a slow grower?
Not really. They're just a
Oh.
voracious eater. So if you put them in a planted tank, there's a name for rabbit snails. You know,
So you're feeding them what?
for me, I feed them pretty much. Well, they're outside, so they'll eat everything from hair algae mostly. You know, everything that's got in the tank because I grow them with shrimp. I do them with shrimp. So, but they eat pretty much everything. They do real well with spirulina flakes. I'm not a big fan of spirulina flakes, but they do well with that. And one thing on rabbit snails, do not use metronidazole on them because you will kill them. So if you have a tank with them and you have metro flakes, don't use it. So toxic for those guys. Just a note.
Do you raise multiple kinds of apple snails?
I don't do rabbit snails. I don't do
Rabbit snails?
I do the orange, the yellow, the marble, black and yellow, and the black. Or blue, black. They call it blue, but black.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah. Well, it's just a nano thing. I do it for fun, right? Those are in the tanks, and I got like a bunch of colonies now, and you know, I just pull up little ones, move them around, and you know, but they're voracious eaters. They grow pretty quick if you got food for them. They'll, you know, like if I got a bunch of planted tanks and I got a bunch of babies, I need to just put them in there, and then a couple months later, it's like, where are the plants? And there's a bunch of big snails in there eating. You know? So they'll eat everything. They'll eat pellets and everything else, but they really like the veggie stuff. You know, so like the lesson areas.
Destroy a tank?
Hmm?
Do they really destroy a planted tank?
Well, if you have 1 or 2, no. But you put 100, left.
What do you use to fertilize your plants? I haven't.
There's many things you could do, but I'll be honest, it's just good water changes.
What's the water?
Just water changes. I mean, I'm not a big fan of adding stuff to water.
Okay, right.
You know,
I know that.
you get a good source of water, good, you know, with minerals and stuff.
What does changing the water do?
Well, it replenishes a lot of these trace elements that you're.
Just the trace out, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to replace that. You may not know they're there, but they're there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you guys know when you do a water change, all the fish are like, ooh, you know. I mean, the plants look better, everything comes out. You know, it's like, you know, so you got to do water changes. You can't change that. You know, I mean, and these fish live in rivers, you know, and lakes. The water's changing all the time. You know? Nutrients are coming in, stuff's rotting, stuff is dissolving. You know, so. I think that the thing with the plant craze is that people want everything in a rush, right? They look at these guys doing these aquascaping, right? You go to these contests and they put this tank up in like 3 days, right? And you're sitting there like, if I do that, it's going to take me 6 months, right? But they want that right now. So CO2, you put the trace elements to make sure that your conductivity is low so you don't have air algae, and you're just like, continue. But if you really tweak it and you do it, learn it yourself and take your time, you can get there. It's just that a lot of it is like instant gratification. Look at my tank. You know, it's like, oh, okay. It's like, but if you really work at it, you know, you can get there. And, you know, of course, some stuff works better, but you got to also, you guys know that a lot of these plants that people are using, they're not even aquarium plants. They're bog plants. So they do okay in water. But technically, for them to do real well in water, you got to put the CO2. But you guys know that if you can take literally any plant and put it underwater and put CO2 and it'll grow. I mean, it's as simple as that. You may need a little bit more, but any plant can go underwater if you put enough CO2 in it. So that's it. You know, it works. You know, it's tweaking. But for some plants, if you want the carpeting plants, if you want like baby tears, if you want all this little high light stuff, then you need that. Yeah, it's not going to grow.
I've got Dulcinea. Periodically, they'll send out shoots, and it'll go like 6 months, 8 months. You never send a shoot out. What stimulates Dulcinea to?
Well, that again is trace elements. This could be water change. It could be the light cycles. It could be the fact that you get too much filtration, because the filtration removes a lot of these nutrients out, right? So you'll see some of the nice tanks that don't have anything on the bottom. It's just basically mud, you know. And then, but a lot of this filtration is gravel and everything, and then there's too much.
It's really hard to tell then what stimulates.
Right. Yeah. It's and then plants go in cycles. You know, they go in cycles. You know, like in Florida in the water, you'll see that some plants will come up at this time of year, then they'll disappear, then they'll come back. You know, it's like I go to some of these creeks up in Tallahassee there or whatever, and there's places where you can get rickia, for example. And you go in there in the winter, and it's all over the place. And you're like, oh great, I'm gonna be here in 6 months. And you go back and there's nothing. You can't even find a strand of it. And then you go back 6 months later, and it's back again. And it's like, so it goes in cycles, you know. Yes?
So I'm kind of new to the plants, right? So I'm a firm believer in the salt and everything with the egg problems and stuff like that. You know, when you have that. What about the planted tanks? When you go that thick or that hard with the salt?
Yeah, plants and salt don't really mix that well.
That's what I was thinking. You know what I mean? Because I had a situation.
That's a whole.
But I'm like, man, I don't think that worked too well.
Yeah, no, that's different, you know, and.
Quarantine fish first.
Right, quarantine
Before you
fish
put them
first,
in the
but
plant.
it's almost like, okay, so if you look at me, a lot of people ask me, why don't you do polyculture? Raise plants, shrimp, snails, and fish in the same tank. I've tried it. It just doesn't work, you know, because at one point one gets sick and you treat and suddenly all the plants get wiped out, and then you treat something else gets wiped out. Or you put a fish in there, think everything's gonna be all right. Next thing you know, it eats all the plants. And you're like, what? I didn't know this fish eats plants, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's almost like you have to do everything separately, right? So as a hobbyist, you now it's a challenge, right? Everything in life is a challenge. You want to challenge yourself, right? You want a bigger tank. You want to put some plants in there. You want to try this fish with this fish, and you know, it's like trial and error, right? So what happened with you guys is basically you're experimenting. You know, you get plants from Borneo, you get plants from Africa, you get plants from, you know, from this other country, and then you put fish from 4 different continents, and hey, they get along, you know? So that's the challenge, right? So in terms of like medication and all that kind of stuff and treatment, that's, you know.
I had a tank that I was servicing, right? So I'm not real big into the pond, just now starting to kind of broaden my horizons with the whole aquascaping side of it. So salt heat's obviously the go-to for it. He's got a problem. So I'm at a guy's house, he's fully aquascaped, got beautiful fish, he's got an egg problem. I'm like,
it's pretty much heat.
Yeah,
at that point, it's going to be heat.
That's
about it.
Turn the heater off.
Yeah, it's going to be heat. That's about the only thing you can do. Or basically scoop the fish out and treat them somewhere else. That's, you know, but if you have a 500-gallon tank,
I was just curious,
it's not a hard
the
scoop.
salt's always my go-to thing, but
right.
Me personally, as a hobbyist, back in the breeding and everything.
Well, most of the guys that do this kind of stuff, they have like a whole room full of quarantine fish.
Right.
You know, and if that fish is perfect, and you know, then okay, it's ready to go in that tank. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of common knowledge. You know, I mean, I even tell that to the customer when I sell them stuff, and they're like, "Oh, can I put my fish in this?" It's always good to quarantine, even though I know it's healthy, but you never know what happened in shipping and transit, and might get stressed or something. And, you know, so it's just you're dealing with a live animal. But the thing is, a lot of people like to have the instant thing. I gotta have it now. You know. Sorry.
BIOAQUATIX.com.
Yeah, I mean, it's like telling them, I want the fish now. It's like, yeah, but it's 40 below in your place, and I can't sell it to you. Like, well, I'm gonna put more heat packs. Okay. The little heat pack is not gonna. It's not a fire here.
Andre, you've mentioned a number of times in different situations or the answer to the problem is filtration. Would you define filtration?
The long version or the short version?
Yeah, the one that I can understand.
Well,
I mean,
okay,
you're mechanical filtration, biological, and so on, and so on, and so on.
well, you gotta have all of it. There's only two filtration. There's only, but you can get chemical filtration, but you know,
Sure.
it's out there. So you got mechanical and biological, right? But they're both the same. They're both hand in hand, right? Like dirt magnet, sponge filters, it's mechanical and biological. And the mechanical part is taking all the particles out, and if it gets too clogged up, well, the biological doesn't work, right? So then you got to take it out, squeeze it out, back in, especially don't squeeze it up in chlorinated water, but you know, this kind of stuff. So yeah, filtration is there's many ways of looking at it. I think my favorite type of biological filtration is sponge filter combined with beads. You see a lot of beads, microbeads.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff, floating stuff. So you get both, and the filters I use at the farm are bead filters mostly for the big systems. So I don't know if you're familiar with what a bead filter is. Do you guys?
Was it like the fluidized or like?
No, it's not that. It's a fluidized bed is basically upwelling sand.
Yeah.
Right, and that's a great filter. The big problem again is the source, right? You need a source of power to run that sand, and then when if your power runs out, it's a bit of a problem. So air filters, but they're all pretty much the same. But bead filter is similar. The bead filter is basically, you can look at them. They're usually big containers and they're hourglass shaped. Okay, and what you have is on the bottom you have inside you have beads. They're floating beads, and they rub each other. Right? So some of the filters I use are what they call 1 pound. It can break down 1 pound of food per day, which means that when you put food in there, and the food that they're not eating goes in the filter, it gets grounded up, right? So the mechanical filter grinds it up to small enough particles that the bacteria can surround it and eat it. Right? That's really good filtration, right? The thing is, all the other filtration that we have, we're putting screens to collect, and we'll rinse them off. But technically, what you're doing is you're removing what the bacteria would like to eat. Right? You leave some in there. So these bead filters, you'll see them as a little upwelling system, and they have these beads, and they rub each other, with the air. And so over time, whatever particles in there is going to get grounded out. Bead filters are big. So some of them, when you go in aquaculture facilities, they're 10 feet across, and they have a propeller in them with the beads. So basically, whatever goes in there gets completely grounded up, and then it gets recycled and go back out, and then it's just basically. And so some of these filters, the ones I use, they can take away 1 pound of food a day. So if I throw an extra pound of food in the system, by the end of the day, it's gone. Right? But if I just had sponge filters and I put a pound of food in there, it'll be there for a few weeks, laying at the bottom. Right? So you got to have both. But a lot of people cheat and don't use the mechanical filter. So that's the part. You have to have both if you want something efficient.
Is there a practical bead filter for home aquariums?
Oh, you go on YouTube there's probably millions of videos. No, they're this big. It could be tiny, it could be all sizes. You can make it yourself.
It's like a plastic bottle full of beads.
Exactly. Yeah. So the ones that are, there's a lot of them online that they show all these little guys how to make little filters with a bead filter on the bottom. So you have the sponge on the bottom and whatever on the top or whatever, and then basically the water goes in and you get the beads being moved up by air and filter. And the next thing you know, that works really, really well. And Aquarium Co-op Corey did a really good one on that. On bead filters and little,
I did a
kind of
model.
Yeah. I mean, they work great.
You can make them, they're easy to make.
No, they're real easy to make.
Yeah, but the bacteria grows on everything that's in there. It's more surface.
So what happens, that bacteria grows on that stuff and it's completely clean all the time. It's very similar to the upwelling sand filter. Fluidized beds. Yeah. Fluidized beds are some of my favorites. They work really well. It's just they're when the power runs out, that filter can die in a couple hours because the sand just compacts and whatever bacteria is in there, if it doesn't aerate, it dies. But the bee filters, if the power goes out, the bees are loose enough in the water and the bacteria is still fine.
We got a bunch of these from a breeder, and I didn't know what to do with them. So I'm gonna work tomorrow and set them up.
Yeah, it's just, that's the challenge, right? You figure out how to work something and you put it together and you say, oh, that worked for me, that didn't work for me, or everybody's different.
We'll check out Aquarium too.
Yeah, put one on. He explains it really well. Yes?
I think they do all experimentation to give us on YouTube. Kevin know about the anoxic filtration system.
I know the name, but I haven't really know much about him.
It's a joke.
He said it. I didn't say it.
Let's take about a 10-minute break, and then we're gonna get into the auction. So if you want to get something to drink, come check it out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Sorry, I didn't have any pictures.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Oh, no, that's,
Yeah, we can
it's
do
been
it.
entertaining watching what people are like. Yeah.
Oh, we got that. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Well, that's where all
You
the
weren't
questions-
stressed out because, you know, they're like, that guy looks like a midget up there. I bet you he's 5'6". And, wait a minute. That was just, it was just, yeah, questions that he was asking you.
Oh, yeah, right there.
I don't want to get that. The water.
You want to get rid of the yellow?
Yeah.
That's the charcoal thing, or the other one's polyfilter. You know, polyfilter.
There he
They work
is.
real well, but you can probably put them loose in somewhere and they'll suck it out.
That's good.
I got this sponge.
I could mix like this.
Yeah. Well, you can put polyfilter around that. Polyfilter's great. I think the polyfilter and like.
Well, we wrote here,
This one here.
yeah, that'll be available to you for, you know, if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's whole thing.
Can't have it around. Feel free to.
And then I got this one here.
Good
And this
job.
one here is all clean.
Well, some plants, there's some plants.
Oh, that's great, that's great.
They suck up. I got water clear.
I know, but it's all in plant.
Nice.
Exactly. That looks great. I like it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be
But I
down.
got plenty of the other ones.
Yeah, but you have wood or something in there?
I have no.
I guess they're doing cigarette breaks or.
Yeah, there are always plants in there.
Yeah, you got plants in there.
And but it's always
Yellow.
the yellow stuff. No, they use it.
And the sand, what's the sand? The sand?
Regular fish sand. And need to grow the plant a lot.
Right.
I have one of the other one too, but that's what it does.
So,
Hey,
this is,
I
wait,
thought
is this
maybe.
place sand you got?
Huh?
Place it.
No. Thick sand. Oh, it's thick. I went to.
Yeah.
Troublemaker,
It's bigger.
Dennis.
It's coarse.
Troublemaker.
Yeah, it's not, because the place sand will be like
Right.
concrete.
This here, I think it could be the back of my wall, the ground.
He's a con
But you try out to do it.
But it's been getting,
You know,
it's been getting
No,
like
it's not a
here,
doctor.
there's no information. The darkness,
But it's definitely not a, it's yellow.
yeah, it's not yellow. But I got, there's the filter right there. And I got the single, but I was thinking about getting one of that, big convention side, I had the two filters.
I understand.
I had that in here before.
I would try polyfilters. Me, it might be the sand. My favorite sand for me is it's a 50-50 sand or sand lasting and silver.
I know, I use
But yeah, the big, that's so to me that's the best thing because it doesn't. The other sands, I don't know. Sometimes they can reach up and I don't like the iron and stuff. Like that's not because I don't know.
well, it's not going like this. It's just that it's like,
Yeah,
they, dark, dirty. But I'm gonna get one me those filters that you set on the side of the tank. And let that one.
Yeah, just put,
He's still
put a
getting
polyfilter in
a
there.
lot of
But I
nutrients in the water.
tend to think it might be your sand.
That's where his is.
Oh, okay.
Plus, if that were
Well, yeah, then it could be something in the
it's
sand.
good for maybe
Like that all the time.
and then it's gotta be
Because
torn down.
some of that stuff.
There are a number of
I'm just
people
speculating.
have recently.
Right. But I would just, your
Years.
sand,
He's been
but
doing
try
this.
the polyfilter. But Amazon has them. And then truck.
And he still hadn't.
Well, I'm gonna take one filter out of one tank.
What he's actually doing
Yeah, there you go.
is
Try it
creating
out.
dirty.
But even if you just get a little bit out, it'd be a lot better.
He's doing it.
But polyfilters are pretty good. You can buy a big roll and just cut the pieces.
Is silly.
You know, and then as soon as you see it black, you just throw it in the.
Right, that's what I do, that's what I do.
So my cat was thrilled.
Now,
I dragged his butt out.
Oh,
He got his leash.
Yeah.
Polyfilter.
A couple times last week, he's managed to, once in the back, once a year or two, walk around. I've had the dogs back there, like if I don't,
But you didn't give it a chance to really.
Yeah, I'll check.
so that's that little, it's upland too, with the really doesn't have the sticks on the side of the glass.
He's got a chemist's attitude.
They're cheap, like
That's
$3
water
each.
and fish.
They're green.
It really doesn't.
They're usually green, right?
Nah, mine are all black.
Short term.
Or black.
Yeah,
There's so many different
They can
colors.
extend, but they had like big boxes, I bought those 6, and I probably needed landline to explain better.
Oh, they
And
have.
then I managed to bust one of my brine shrimp hatcheries. They're about this tall, they have the legs.
I know which one it is.
It's the brine shrimp, it's got the little,
Yeah, the little dent plastic with the hole in it and just coming on it. I used to have a bunch of them.
so one I dropped in the sink when I was cleaning it, and it snapped. And another one, out of nowhere, it's just leaking out of the side, it's got a crack. I'm like, I didn't do this. The acrylic just fractured.
Yeah, no, that's old. But I'm glad it was okay. Go see what these guys are doing here.
So the cat don't. Yeah. So I put his butt on the leash. Yeah. It's funny, if he pushes the door open, he just wanders over. One day it was pouring rain. I had the dogs out and I look over and by my back door that he pushed open, there's a giant puddle.
Yeah.
So he's freaking out because he can't go back in after getting really wet.
Oh.
He's running back and forth. I'm like, come on. So I finally tackled his butt.
Let's get started, guys.
We're gonna be
Looking at.
what activity
At least an hour here. I got a lot of stuff. I need a runner. Or two, okay.
All right, because
Chris.
yeah, well, we're giving it all away today. That's a bad idea. We needed more weapons.
Well, you got your tickets ready?
Then I'm not saying that.
I do. Got your tickets?
Do you want to take the t-shirts out of the bottom?
Let's see.
Just-
Yeah, we can do
I am.
Yeah. Okay. One Aqua Nursery. 3227. 3227. Some people left. I hope they didn't.
Oh.
I think they're coming back.
Are they coming back? Okay. I'll leave 3227. Three, two, two, seven. Okay. All right, classic aqua float, sponge filter, 3202. Just throw them on. Just put them right here. 3202. 3202. Right here. We'll do two more. Arowana floating pellets. So these are a large floating pellet, any big fish. 3235. 3235. You got it right there. All right, one more. Just one more bell. You want to do two? We'll do two for Francis. Rapashi. Rapashi Soylent Green.
You remember that?
Really? 3183. 3183. Is that Bill? Bill's got it. All right, one more. Marina. What is this? Sound dampening pump cover. Oh, this is an air pump, isn't it? Yeah, it's an air pump. A Marina air pump. 3159. 3159. We got it? 3159. Joe got it. All right. Okay. We got a lot of stuff here. We got to run through it as fast as we can so we don't stay here all night. We have shrimp. These are items from Andres. So these are assumed donations. Andre, are these donations or you want your?
How's that work? I told him
75%.
Yeah, I think he wants his percent.
All right, so these will be 75. These are 6 red shrimp. Yes. Well, we'll try to do it. I understand. Okay. Well, you pick them out. 6 red shrimp. Is there a dollar bid? $1. Wait, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Is there a 7? We have a 7. 7. Is there 8? Is there a dollar bid? Sold for $7. So what's your number? 109. 6 orange. Is there another one for 7? Another for 7? Right there, $7.
What's the number?
So Joe, you're 60?
98.
98. 6 blue. 6 blue shrimp. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 15 once, twice. Sold to Joe. That's 98 for 15. One multifasciatus, Senadonis. $5 bid on the Seno, 5, 6. Is there a 6? We have 5. Is there a 6? 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 10, 10, 11. Is there an $11 bid? We have 10. What's your number? 43. 43. Okay, a bag of platies. These are a bag of Ariatis. Seller number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty Variatis. Is there a $5 bid? 5, 6, 7, 7. Is there an 8? $7. What's your number,
105.
105. $7. And that was number seller 4. Gold Veil Angels. These are really pretty. Seller number 4. Beautiful gold veils. Is there a $5 bid on the gold veil? These are really quite nice. I have 5. Is there 6? Is there a $6 bid? 5 once. Pardon, 6. No, 5 once. Did you say 5?
No.
You did. $5 to check. Wow. And a box. A pair of large Monarch Peru. Monaca, right. Monaca mixed angels. There's 3 of them. Pretty good size. They're like 2-inch body. Is there a $5 bid on the Monica Pearls? 5, 6, 7, 6, 6 once, 7, 8, 9, $9. Is there a 10? Is there a $10 bid? Sold for $9. What's your number?
9.
Number 9. Number 9.
Grab it.
Gold veils. These are gold veils. Sold for. Really, really pretty gold veils. We just had some of these. Is there a $5 bid on the gold veils? 5, 6. Is there 6? $5 once, twice. Sold for $5. What's your number?
54.
54. These are pistos. The pistos, you notice? A breeding pair. These are big, big pistos. 90.
Is this 98 or 33 and selling?
It's 98. That's just bag 33 for him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 98. Yeah, 98.
Seller 98. A beautiful big pair of pisto. You notice. Is there a $5 bid on the pair? 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. Is there 8? 8, 9, 9, 10. 10. Is there 11? $11? You're at 10. 10. Is there 11? 10 once, twice. Sold for $10. What's your number? We need a number.
I'll show you. I have to look on the paper. I don't remember. Sorry.
Tequila Goody Eye.
How big is it?
Split fed Goody Eye. These are pretty close to full grown. They'll get another half inch or so. These Goody Eye is the endangered species from Mexico. It's a live bearer that has been being bred in captivity. They exist, I think, maybe not at all in the wild.
They're on the CARES list. It says it on the back.
They're on the CARES list, right.
They're extinct in the wild.
They're extinct in the wild.
Oh, boy.
2 males and 2 females. Tequila Goody Eye split thin. Is there a $5 bid? We have 10, 11, 11, 12. Is there 12? 12, 13, 12 once, twice. Sold for $12. Purple Dragon Guppy pair. Oh, these are gorgeous. On 98. Really pretty pair of Purple Dragon Guppy. A pair of Purple Dragon Guppies. Is there a $5 bid? Beautiful fish. 5. Is there 6? 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. $9, $8 once, twice. Sold for $8. What's your number, honey? 107. Same seller, Jody 09. Hemicromis moanda has identified unidentified species of jewel cichlid. Beautiful fish. They've got vertical bar markings. So, Hemicromis macandi. Is there a $5 bid on this pair? $5. 5 in the back. Is there 6? I'm going to bid 6, 7. Is there a $7 bid? 6 once, twice. Sold my sale for $6. I think there's a 9 under there. Zippoporus alarisi. That's a Chippa swordtail, a wild strain. These are a wild strain sword. Looks like a trio. A male and 3, no, it's a quartet. A male and 3 females, probably. Really pretty fish. It's a wild strain Chippa swordtail. Is there a $5 bid? We have 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. 8 once. Is there a $9 bid?
Hold on, somebody's looking.
$8 once, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11,
Hello.
$10 to John.
That's a symbol of.
This is a topaz. Amatitlania Murnii. Oh, it is a pair. There's a pair. The Murnii.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're starting to show color. The female's got kind of copper to them.
they're pretty. These are topaz cichlids. Is there a $5 bid on these? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're 9, his 10, you're 11. 15, 16. 15 once, twice, sold for 15. This is a bag of frog bit, bag of frog bit. We have a $2 bid. How's that? 2, 3, is there a $3 bid? 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. Is there 6? $5. Yes, to Francis. We have plants. Oh my gosh. This is a bovitis. This is a fern. Beautiful, beautiful plant.
Are there more of what?
It's a bovitis. It's a, pardon?
Is there just the one or is there more?
What's that? I think there are more. That's one. Thank you. That's the same thing. 2, just 2 of them.
That's Java Moss.
And that's Java, okay. So we have 2 bovitis. They're a $5 bid. 5 now, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Is there a $15 bid? We have 14 here. Looking for 15. You want one or both?
I'll do one.
14?
What is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
What's the choose?
Bovitis.
I'll take one.
They're both the same.
97.
You happy with that one?
I am happy with this.
I'll take the other one, dude. I'll take the other one.
Huh?
I'll take that one.
Chris has got it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Fine.
You'll wind up with it.
Yeah, no, you got it.
Really.
Java
2
Moss.
bags of Java moss. Java moss. 2 bags of Java moss. Is there a $2 bid? $2. 2, 3. Is there 3? 3 in the back. 4, 4, 5, 6, 5 once, twice. You want one or both? Both. What's your number?
16.
16.
I have no idea.
16.
What is this? 2 14-inch paku.
Oh, wow.
2 14-inch. 14-inch paku. There's a minimum $30 bid.
Yeah.
Where are they? Take yours, Joe.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
I served paku at this very club meeting about 4 years ago. It was wonderful. It's delicious. It's a wonderful food fish. $30 for 2 big 2-foot paku.
Wow.
Or no, 14-inch. I'm sorry. 14. That's like that. That's pretty good size. They get the 3 foot. Is there a $30 bid for the 2?
Yeah.
Will you take less than 30? Will you take 25?
Well, he wants them too.
You want it for 30?
I'll see if I'll see what I can do. I might come by afterwards. If no one gets it.
Oh, you gotta be
Is
serious.
there a bid? All right, hold on to that. Talk it over with him.
That's unknown.
This looks like,
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I just pulled it up
well,
out of the
it's
tank.
probably a big
It's
sword.
a
I'm guessing it's a big sword.
It's a little brass, a little brass.
A little back sword, $1. Dollar bid.
Big
Big sword in the back. 2, is there a $2 bid? 1 to the man in the back. 109, was it?
Me? Was it me?
Yeah,
Yeah, 107.
107, sorry. 107, $1, yeah. 2 bags of radio. Wonderful, wonderful plant. How about a buck? $1 for each. $1, 1, 2, 3, 3. Is there a $4 bid? $4, 5, $4, 1 or both. 1. You want the other for 4? That was 3. What did you bid? 4. It was 4 because I thought it was asking her for 4. No, it was 4. Okay, so you got that.
What's your number back there?
4. In the back, yeah. That's his number.
What's your number?
16. 2 Java moths. Is there any more of this?
No, just 2.
2 Java moths. Huh? Okay, $1 each. How about a buck? 2, 3, 4. 4. Is there a 4? Is there $4? Once, twice, $4, 1 or both. Make them both. And
I had a tank that had it.
5.
this is a macro. This is what is this? Raquel indica. Really? Pretend to fall in. Really?
So sophomore?
Who brought this?
Just.
Who's
Number 95. Who's 95?
Must be the Paco.
Huh? Not Joe, no.
I think I'll be yours.
That's Barb. That's Barb.
It's Barb's?
Barb's. 95
Okay,
Barb.
what's the plant?
Well, it says Rotala.
You think it's for?
Indica.
Okay. We're gonna, they're selling it as Raquel indica. Okay, $5 bid. Is there a $5 bid for the Rotella 4? Rotella indica.
I know.
Make this grow.
You know, it's a stem plant.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
just keeps going to infinity.
Can't grow this stuff up. And
It grows like,
grows like crazy. Like what?
like an acronym. It's a stem plant.
With a shovel.
There a $4 bid? $3? $2? We have 2, 3. 2, 3. You're 2. You want it for 3? Okay, 3, 4. $3. Andy, 3. Pogostemon. Oh, this is stellatus. Really pretty plant. Pogostemon. Nice plant. $5 bid on the pogo. Pogostemon stuff. Pogostemon stellatus. They're $5 bid. I'll bid 5. Is there 6? You want 6? My 7, you're 8. $8, 7. I'll take it for 7. Any other bids? Sold for 7 to Father Fish.
I'm gonna put it in my tank.
Thank you. These are albino koi guppies.
Is that the pair or the trio?
This is a pair. They're stunning too. They're really very nice. How about a $5 bid on them? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 11 once, twice, sold for 11. What's your number?
105.
105. Okay, this is a trio, same fish. This is a trio. It's a male and 2 females, $5. They're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 once, twice, sold for 15. 2 anacrons. 2 anacrons, $1 each on the bags. 1, is there 2? 2. You want both? $1 each. $2. $2. No, 1 times twice.
Somebody's gonna record it and watch it later.
Andres, excuse me. Are these all your bags? They don't have a number.
Yeah, well, I didn't label them, but I just.
Yeah, he didn't bring his number.
Okay.
I just put the name on it.
All right, these are Andres fish. Pandagara.
6.
Pandagara is a fish that'll crawl out of your tank. It's an acrobatic fish. 6. Looks like 6. Yeah, half a dozen They're little ones. They're like, maybe 3/4 of an inch. Really, really nice fish. Pandagara, $5 back here. Is there 6?
Cool.
6, $5. $5. Looking for 6.
They're algae eaters.
Is there a $6 bid? These are good algae eaters. 6, 7, 8, 8,
How many are there?
6. They're worth at retail $5 a piece, so it's a $30. 6, 8, 9, 9. You want it for 10? 10, 11, 12, 12, 11. Sold for 11. Number 43. Oh my, 2 little coolie loaches. Love them. 2 coolie loaches, $5. 6 now, 6, 6, 7, 7. Is there an $8 bid? Is there an $8 bid? Sold for 7. Right there. You got them. What's your number? 105. 105. These are Rasbora, Galaxy Rasboras.
Yes.
Really, really pretty. These are young. They're juvies. They're beautiful little fish. Galaxy Rasbora. There's 6 of them. How about a $5 bid? 5. Is there 6, 7, 8, 9?
Give it 9.
10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 16, once. You're 15, he dropped out.
No.
It was 15.
I said 15.
You were 15, that's what I said, 16. Did you drop out at
I did
15?
not raise my hand at 16. He was at 15.
Okay,
Okay, got it.
okay.
Number 7.
You dropped quick. Gotta be quick. What is this? Green Cories. Bag of 4 green Cories, $5. 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $11. Is there a $12 bid on the Cories?
I got 12.
The 12, now 13. Going in for 13? $12 right here. Andy? Panda Tetra. Panda, what are they?
They're panda tetras.
Panda Tetras, okay. Pretty little fish, Panda Tetras. You're at $5. It's at 6. 6 for the pond, Panda Tetras. 5 once, twice, sold for $5. Got it? Yeah. These are red shrimp. 5 red shrimp, and they are red. They're like wine red. 5 of them, yeah, they're, pardon? I think, they sure look like them, yeah. $5 bid, how about a $5 bid? On the super red, 5, 6, is there a $6 bid? 5 once, twice, sold for $5, right back here, Jeff. We got 3 angels. These are gold veils. 3 gold veil angels. Really, really pretty fish. These are Chuck's angels. Real high quality angels. These will be spectacular breeds. 3 of them is there a $5 bid. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, $8, 9, $8. Is there a $9 bid? 8 once, twice, sold for $8. What's your number? Did you get it? Say it again. What's your number again? 97. I'm sorry. Not a Capura, mixed angels. Big ones. These are breeding size, close to it. The one certainly is, 2 probably. Not a Capura. Not a Capura mixed angels. Is there a $10 bid on these? How about a $5 bid? 5, 6, 7, 7, 8 back here, 9. Is there a $9? 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13, 13 to you. $12 once, twice, sold for $12. There.
I'm switching and selling 98 Pandageras.
Pandagara, another bag of Pandagaras. These are a little bit bigger. There are 2 of them. They're a little over an inch. 2 Pandagaras. Algae eaters, really excellent fish. Is there a $5 bid for the 2? $5 here, now 6, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yep.
10. $9 once, twice, sold for $9.
Thank you, thank you.
What's your number?
107.
107.
Sometimes.
Japan blue gold fire-tailed guppies. Another really pretty pair of guppies. The male is small. Looks like 2 males and a female. It's a reverse trio. Japan blue gold tail. These are going to be spectacular fish. The Japanese fish, these are lyre tail males. How about a $5 bid on the trio? The female is pregnant. They're a nice, nice looking fish. I'll bid 5, is there 6? Need $6. The Japanese lyre tail gold fire, we're calling them fire tail. It's a lyre tail fire tail. Blue gold fire tail guppies. Is there a $6 bid? 6 to you?
No, I was just asking what the bid was at right now.
5. It's at 5, looking for 6.
Nobody wants to bid against 5 fish.
We got there. Oh, nice.
Japanese, they are nice.
So
Nice.
you're off the email
All right,
list.
there, $6 bid. The female is pregnant. Buy once,
Do you want
twice,
me to
sold.
bid $6? I mean,
You want to?
no, I'm just saying, yes, of course.
All right, $6 right here. Is there 7? $7 bid. Sold for $6.
All righty then. You didn't want it that bad.
The number?
Well, 97.
Off the list.
Oh, Coolie Loach, here's another bag of Coolie Loaches. There are 3 of them in here. There are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Is there a $9
I'm going
bid?
10. I'm gonna go 10.
You're gonna get a 10. We have $10. $10. Is there 11? Sold for $10.
Yes.
97?
You're welcome.
Wait a minute, we got the numbers.
Yeah,
Check number
We got numbers.
97? Okay.
Yeah, but how many,
What's that?
we got.
Invite him up individually.
Are you 97?
Yeah, I'll do 97. Where's the, but he can't do 97. Where's the list?
Bill's got it.
We have red cherry shrimp here.
Wait a minute.
I'm 97. What's your 96?
We got it?
That's why you paid for one of those.
But you get to pay for both of them. You got it straight down? You 2 are together?
Our parents don't know yet.
What's your number?
107.
107,
I know
okay.
what you're talking about. I just see the grades.
I wasn't paying attention, I'm
So wait,
sorry.
you're 96.
No, I'm
96, 97, 107.
Joe's 96.
We have a bag full of shrimp here. These are red cherries. They're, but God knows there are 10 of them in there. 11 cherry shrimp. How about a $5 bid? 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 12, 12, sold for 11. $11. She got 107.
Thanks, Joe.
2 Semidonus angelicus Eucterus. Aren't they nice? That's a really gorgeous pair of fish. These are nice size too. These are $20 fish each. How about a $10 bid on the Efteris? 10. Is there 11?
What is it?
$11 here. They're Synodontis, the Angelicus. So we're 10, is there an 11? $11 bid. Looking for 11, 11 here, 12, 13, 12. Is there 13, 13, 14, 15, 14? Is there a $15 bid? $14 once, twice. Sold Andy for 14. Okay, we now are up to fish of the month. We have, these are purple spotted gobies. The purple spotted goby gets about 3 to 4 inches, I think. 6 inches. We have how many of these?
We have a dozen.
We have 12 of these. Tell you what we're gonna do.
They would retail for about 15 bucks a piece. They're pretty expensive at that size.
We got a bag, we got a bunch of them. Okay, let's do this.
Fish of the month.
It's fish of the
That's
month.
exactly what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
We have 12, so whatever your bid is, you can have as many as you want, up to 12. Let's start it at $10. Is there a $10 bid? Pardon? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
There are 12 bags, right? There's one in a bag. They're the purple spotted goby. It's a high quality fish, a really excellent fish. Is there a $10 bid? Anywhere. $10, $9. All right, then let's go to the other end. I'm not going to go below $5. How many people? How many do you? Is there more than one person who's interested in them for $5?
Are they a brackish?
No, they're not aggressive. They're
No, they're
predaceous.
freshwater.
Freshwater. Oh, they're freshwater. Yeah.
I like them.
$5. We have a couple of 5s. At $5, how many do you want, Joe? 5. How many would you like?
2.
Okay, that leaves 5. Is there anyone else who would like?
5 and 2.
Yeah,
One on
at
7
least
for 2.
you want 2. 2 for 5 and 5 for 5. 2 at 107 and 5 for Joe at $5 each. We have 5 left. Carry them down to them. We have 2 there. Do 5 to Joe. Okay, take those to Joe, and then 2 to him. Okay, 2 to 107. And then, yes, then 2 more.
At least a nice one.
That leaves 3. Maybe 2. Yep, right there. Guy in the hill. Dark gray shirt.
Dark gray shirt.
Yep, right there. We have 3 left. $5. One here, give me 1. Right here. What's your number?
105.
And his number, did you get, Phil? Did you get his 2? What's your number?
98.
No.
Okay.
Right. Oh,
43.
43, right. She's got 1. That's what, 97? How many we have left?
No, I only find one more.
2 left. Is that it? 2 left at $5.
I'll take it.
You take them both? What's your number?
97.
97, okay. You do what you could do.
Yeah.
Okay, 350. What do we got? Yeah.
Back to nickelfish.
Yeah. These are barbs.
Buddy?
Looks like number
They're the
14,
flags.
number 14.
Are they yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, these are, These are the good doctors. Really pretty salt and pepper plattings. 2 bags of them. How about, let's see, they're 6 in each. 6 in each is their $5 bid. We have 5. Now 6, they're $6 bid. Want one or both? Both, okay? Right there. He's, forgot his number.
96.
96, right.
I gotta start. Keep peeking.
Those are the same ones.
Oh, these are Petricolas, baby Petras. Baby Petras. 6 of them. They're Petricolas. Baby Petricolas, Cinnadons. $5 here. They're 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9. 9 is their $10 bid. $9 once, twice. Sold to Joe for $9.
6 orange shrimp.
6 orange shrimp. 6 orange. We have 5 in the back. 6, 7, 8, 7. Orange shrimp. Orange shrimp. We have $7. Looking for 8. Looking for 8. $7 once, twice. Sold for $7. 107 is it? Here's the rabbit snail. These are little guys. 5 little rabbit snails. These get 3 to 4 inches. They're really a very little snail. They're tiny, but they'll get big. They're how many?
And I think they're from only one lake in the world, and they're very, they could be, something that goes extinct quickly. They're very.
Where are they from? Do you know?
Sulawesi, I think. There's one
really?
lake. Yeah.
Okay, the rabbit snail. I've got some. They're wonderful. I love them. I've got some about 3 inches in my community tank. I've got 3 or 4. They've not touched any of the plants.
Are these orange ones or?
These are orange. Or these are, it doesn't say.
I think. Hey, Andres!
Andre, are these the orange rabbits?
Yeah, they're orange rabbits.
Okay, 6 orange rabbits. Is there a $5 bid? 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. We have 10 back there, 11, 12. Is there a $12 bid? We have 11, 12, 12, 13. Is there a $13 bid? We have 12. 12 once, twice, sold at a man for $12. Number 9. Oh my, look at these right here. Oh, right. Red pencils, 6 red pencils. Wow. Wow. 6 red pencil fish. These are very desirable fish. They're a $5 bid. 5. Now 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pencil fish. 11, 20. We have 20 here. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 40. We have 40 here. 40 is there. 41. $41. Got a holler in the right ear. I'd have gotten to you.
I know you will.
40 is there. 41. 40 sold for $40.
Nice.
Very nice. Bravo. 6 yellow shrimp. We still got one. 6 yellow shrimp. $5 on the yellow shrimp. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. Is there a 15? Is there a 15? 14. First hand up for 14. 14. Right here.
105.
105. Another one for the same price. Is there another $14 bid? 6 yellows. Right there, Joe. $14 to Joe. This is multi-Cinnadonus. See, another Cinnadonus. Multifasciatus. This is Angelicus again. Yeah, really pretty fish. These get about 4 inches. really nice fish. They're a $5 bid on multi, 5, 6,
What are you doing?
7,
Getting ready to?
8, 9, 10, back here, 11, 12,
No,
11,
I just.
11,
It's real hard.
12, 11, 13, we have 11, 12. 12 here, zero, $13 bid. Sold for 12.
That's still someone I visit the farm. He's got a backpack. What's in the car? Nothing.
Gertrudii, 3 pair, spotted blue-eyed, these are mine, aren't they?
They're yours.
You didn't buy those, you bought a different one. Yours are for cicadas or something else.
For cottons, right. Okay, all right.
I'll bid on those.
Gertrudii. Aru, number 2.
Signifer is what you
3
have.
pair, spotted blue-eyed, rainbow fish. 3 pair, these are spectacularly beautiful fish.
No,
How big do they
They're
get?
small, they're small, they get like 2 inches. What?
No.
What?
They're little midgets, nobody pays attention.
They're small rainbow, really pretty fish. Blue-eyed rainbow, lots of color. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 here, is there 9? 9, 10, 10, 11, looking for 11. Got 11, 12, 13.
Oh, he's got $40.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
How did we go?
18, 19, 20. 20 here, is there, you got 20. 21, is there a $21 bid? $20 sold to the man in blue. Green, whatever.
Like the movie.
Odessa barbs. 1 male, 3 females. 4 Odessa barbs, $5 bid. There are 2 bags of them. 4, yeah, they're 4 and 5.
It's a nano fish.
I like
No, 4 and 4, 1 male, 3 females. Odessa barbs, they're 4 in the bag. Is there a $5 bid? We have 5 here, now 6. $6 bid for the Odessa barbs. Once, twice, you want both?
Well, they get the
Both.
They get the bright blue eye.
And then both of them. They're billed.
Where they're
They're just, yeah, they go out.
Turquoise,
They go with those.
oh, this is a female
They used to
betta.
keep them together.
Really pretty white rimmed female betta, turquoise.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very pretty fish. How about a $5 bid? We have 5 down 6. 6, 7, 8. Is there an $8 bid? We have 7 in the back. 7, 8, 8, 9. $9, $8 once, twice, sold for $8. To, what's your number? 95, 95? 1 and 5. 1 and 5, right. Another female betta. Oh, this one is kind of muddy color, which means she'll be a good breeder. $5 bid on the female betta.
But the thing is,
They're a $5 bid. Now 4, I'll bid 4, is there 5? My fish for $4.
and that's just fully grown. That's big.
Java fern and red ludwig. Java fern. We have a Java fern. What that is? Yeah. This is a long leaf Java, $5. 5, 6, 7, 7, 7. Is there an $8 bid? Sold right there, 1 and 5 for 7. And this is a red Ludwigia, a couple of stems of blood. Is there a $5 bid for the red Ludwig?
Yeah, there's one that I'm.
$4,
I've only seen one.
$3, $2, 2 here, sold for
It's another
$2.
small one.
Purple dragon, oh, these are stunning. These are all males, since everybody. Okay, 4 or 5, 4. 4 red dragon male guppies. How about a $5 bid? Really, really pretty. These are very, very nice. Excellent fish. They're purple dragon. Did I say red purple? Yeah, the purple. 5 in the back. Is there 6? 5 in the back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Well, he's got it great. 9. $9.
Female
She got it. $9
the
for
ones
the bag.
that you gave me, I brought for fishing. And I think it was
Blue
female
eyed
that-
lemon,
Been in here the whole time.
albino.
I got some females that are some.
That's a bushy. This is a blue eyed lemon.
Okay, that's.
Okay, here are,
Red fin.
yeah, these are, they're albinos. This is a blue eye lemon pleco. They're $5 bid. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. We have 10. They're 11. $11 on the blue eye pleco. Sold for 10 to Andy. This is looks to me like an, yeah, it's an albino. Albino bushy nose, $5 here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $11. Once, twice, sold for 11. What's your number?
16.
16. Fire red, another bag of red shrimp. This is a big bag of them, Lord.
Yeah, there you go.
13 of them.
There you go.
13 red shrimp. 13, and these are really red.
Yeah, so just taking videos and then I listen to it.
We have 5, is there
All the
6?
pumps and stuff.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18 here, 19, looking for 19. Is there a $19 bid? Sold for 18. Number 17. Assassin
That's the
snail.
only way I've ever.
Little bag of assassin snails, 4 of them. How about a $2 bid on the assassin? 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. Is there 6? 6, 7, 6, 6. Is there 7? Sold for $6. Yeah, this is number 107. $6. Only thing left is 98. So thin leaf water Sprite, $5 on the water Sprite. Nice plant, really pretty plant. Beautiful lacy plant, water Sprite. $5 bid. $4, we have 5. We have 4, is there a 5? Sold for $4. This is frog bit, bag of frog bit. I went $2 on the frog bit. 2 here, is there a 3? 2 sold for $2. That duckweed one is.
They're just the way they are.
Yeah, I did in green.
What's
Thanks a lot.
I gave it to all my black markers. It's a Zola. It's
oh, okay, it's a Zola, it's not that.
Yeah, it's mosquito fur.
Right, bag of mosquito fur, bag of Zola. Is there a $2 bid? $2? It's a Zola, it's a fern, it's a floating plant. It's a pretty plant. $2. Is there a $2 bid? How about a buck? We got it for 2 here. $1, now 2. Is there 2? Give it to it for 1. 105. Oh, look at this. Here's a cellophane female. Cellophane, a white cellophane or gold. That's white. Cellophane female depth. Is there a $5 bid on her? 5, now 6, my 6. You're 7. 7 once, twice, sold for $7.
So, 2 little tanks and.
107.
Put them in 3 and a gun.
What else?
You're not gonna see it, yeah. Unless you got 3,000 of them.
Yeah. I got those mornings, I've had it.
Yeah, I'll get you some mail. That's all you need, get 1 mail.
Cherry shrimp?
Yeah.
Bag of cherry shrimp, there, 11 of them in here. 11 cherry shrimp, how about $5? 5, is there 6? 6, 5 once, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8 to you. She's got 7.
10.
You got 10 back there, she wants it. Give it to her for $10. 14 blue jelly shrimp. Well, these are really pretty. 14 blue shrimp, blue jelly shrimp. How about a $5 bid on the blue jellies? 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, $9, 10. Looking for 10. They're $10 bid on the blue jellies. There are 14 of them. 10, 11, 12. 12 to you. We have 11, need 12. 12, 13. We have 12, now 13. Really nice, they are. They're pretty. 13, do we have 13? They're $12 in the back, sold for $12. Rainbow diamond tetras. These are big. Three rainbow diamond tetras. Really, really pretty fish. We have an $8 bid. Is there 9? Is there a $9 bid? Sold for $8.
You're back.
2 Java moths. $1 bid. Java moths. 1, 2, 3. 2, you want both?
If I need it.
Sorry.
Believe it or not.
That's 2. Java fern. This is the really pretty Java fern. This is the well, I don't remember what it's called.
With the rainbows.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's the one that gets really pretty leaves on the edge.
I don't have to see it.
It's a very decorative. They're $5 bid. They're $5 bid on the Java fern. We need 5 for the Java. I just bought 10 of these already. $4. How about 4? We have 4 here, now 5. 5 in the back, now 6. 5, sold for 5. 6 over here. Sorry, 6 now, 7, 8, 9, $8. Is there a $9 bid? It's a really pretty plant. $9 bid, sold for $8. 2 layers.
Oh, thanks.
14.
There you go.
Nice, big, cone-tailed betta. Really pretty. Metallic female. She's a horse. She's really big.
We need
Very
tickets or
dark.
what?
$5 bid on the betta. 5 now, 6. Is there $6 for the betta? 5 once, twice, sold for 5. What's your number? 43. Bag of pennywort.
Unless you want them.
How about $2 on the
Unless you're gonna throw
pennywort?
them in a
2
plant
here,
and just
now
let 'em go.
3. Is there a $3 bid? 2 sold for $2.
Hey, so, Ricky, it's a really nice patch. That's from you.
My word. Bag full of snails. These are, what are they called? They're calling them feeder snails. These are ramsort. Bag full of ramsort snails. 100 of them. Bag full of ramsort snails. $5. 5 here, now 6. Is there a $6 bid? 6, 7, 6 once.
Yeah, it's like super bright.
7, is there 7?
What kind of light?
Twice,
Or
sold for
LED
$6.
stuff?
LED, but a cheap one.
It was just
Oh my
bright.
word.
It's just close.
Wow.
Man, I-
These are,
The problem is, only the floating stuff. grows
some
in my tank
vultures,
because I've got a canister.
rainbow privies.
That
This is
blows any loose ones down to the
extremely
bottom.
nice fish. There's a trio of them.
Sometimes they get hung up in
In
the
here.
ground, but most of the time.
Looks like
They
It's a
get up
tough
to the
plant, man. I can't figure out. That was
2 males. The female are 2, it's 2 females.
He's got a ton.
I took, I got
You got a half of what I had.
Or the reverse.
And
The rest is the reverse, yeah.
I only live up to
It's
something.
like
Two
somebody
males
told me
and
you
a
just
female.
take some and put it on
These
the
are
tanks, and
credensis.
sometimes it's big, and
They're a more uncommon credensis.
And it just
These
likes, it
vulture.
really likes it.
How about $5? There a $5 bid?
Oh,
5 here,
Benson's.
6, 7,
I love the fish.
7, we need 7. We have 6. 7, you were at 6.
I'll do 7.
You're at 6. 7,
He was 6, yeah.
5, 6, pardon?
He was 6.
I was 6, he was at 5.
Yeah, I'll do 7.
5, 6, 7,
I'll do 7.
7, 8, 9, 8,
Here's the fancy.
8 once, twice, Sold for $8.
And the Garrett's, two of them.
Two Pandagaras. Nice size pandas. Two pandas, $5 for the Pandagaras. 5, 6, 7. We have 6. We need 7. It's our $7 bid for the Pandagaras. Sold for $6. We are winding down. They're 2, 6, 98, 2. That's a job. What was the previous one? I didn't get it. The previous one
The crib.
was the cribs, the credences, who I got right here.
Nah, you did.
Oh, he got them for $6. Joe? Joe got them for 6. You paid 6
So who
for
got
the
the
cribs.
Credences?
The credences,
I sold them.
How much was
$6.
The number 9.
No, how much did
It
you
was
pay?
8, it was 8.
$6.
It was $8.
$8, 6, 7, 8, okay.
8 is right.
Okay, right.
Crazy.
I'm getting tired, I'm sorry. Long fin white tip pleco, bristle nose pleco. It's a long fin pleco, $5. Now 6, there's 6. 6 in the back, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Watch me.
11, 10. Is there an $11 bid for the,
Don't do pictures.
the white
You
tip
gotta have
long
to do it
fin?
now.
What do you say? $10.
16.
Number 16.
Oh, I have a whole bunch of koi, rice,
Okay, good.
$10. Number 16. That was
the ones that sold for $15, those were some of the bigger, a little bit.
long
Yeah,
fin
I'm saying,
plastic.
they got some around.
Long fin. Who was it?
More than 100.
Whose picture?
They needed a 25.
Those were all the-
Yeah, for some reason they started selling.
No, who sold it? Who was
Yeah, I
it?
got them at-
You got
that
it.
one, and then I got them at about
They're the bigger
Okay,
size.
gold mysteries now. 3 gold mysteries. There are $5 bid on the gold mysteries. 5 here. Now 6. Is there a 6? Sold for 5.
It's like one of those things that sat there for a year and suddenly now.
Water Sprite, last Water Sprite. How about a $2 bid on the Water Sprite? $2, really pretty flat. $2.
Like it's on the web. Oh, I didn't look.
What else?
Emails.
This is a big Benefin Cenoyapteris, Euphterus. I don't know how to say that. Euphterus. Pardon?
Pick up the phone.
Euphterus, okay.
For them.
It's a Cenodotus. It's a catfish.
I just loved it.
Yeah, it's a squeaker. They go,
Yeah.
squeaker. Right.
And you got some of the real.
He's a really, really nice fish. Is there a $5 bid? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 10. Is there an $11 bid? Pardon?
No, it's funny.
10.
No, I
You
tell
got
them,
11.
don't leave them
12.
Don't call me.
12, 13, 14,
Yeah.
13,
Oh,
13. Is
talking about
there a
this?
$14 bid?
Go back. Oh, yeah, okay, we were
Sold
talking about
for
this.
13.
It's like, hey, this is Joe. We
Yeah.
talked last month.
What else you got?
Right here. That's the last bag.
We got one drive. Okay, all right. Metal red snake skin guppy, 2 pair.
I'm suspicious.
Oh,
What
really
deals they get on
nice.
us?
2 pair of snake skins. These are red metal snake skins. How about a $5 bid for the 2 pair? 5, 6, now 6. $6, 6, 7.
How many are there?
They're 2 pair. $7, 8, 9 here, 10, 10, 9 once, twice, sold for $9.
They probably put tanks in houses.
You got the dry goods, okay. All right,
No.
When Frank and
we have a
Ron show up
sum,
from
an acrylic
Connecticut,
sum, minimum bid $20. Is there a bidder on this for $20?
There you go.
$20 for the sum.
No, I'm not there yet.
This is a
Bunch
filter,
of
what
those
is
in
this?
No.
Bring
Internal filter, it's a filter,
Clean the yard.
okay.
Clean the garage.
Now there it is. This is a submersible filter,
Oh,
I can't have.
Aquarium.
You sure you don't want?
There's no minimum. Is there a $5 bid? $5 on the Aquarium filter.
Well, try to
These
get
are
your
really
rating.
quite nice.
Rated for 40 gallons.
Rated for 40
Just so you know,
gallons. The $5 bid,
Still
five,
one of my
now
favorite
six.
Yeah.
There's
Those are mine.
$6, 5 once,
It's stunning.
twice,
There's
sold
not a
to
lot
the
of fish
lady
that are
for
too cold.
$5.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
two
And sometimes they
heaters,
get black. Good morning.
two 300-watt
Yeah.
heaters.
They
Two
feed out,
300-watt
tune
heaters.
down, then they go back red.
There's $5 bid on one. 5 in the back, now 6. There's $6. 5 once, twice, you want them both? That's $10 for both.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Cichlid pellets.
Cichlid pellets, Ken's Premium Cichlid pellets. How about a $5 bid on the pellets? 5 here, now 6. There's $6 bid.
Not too bad.
5
Couple
to
bags.
Andy.
I can live with that.
Sponge filter, how about $1 for the sponge filter? 1, 2, it's our $2 bid. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4 there, 5, $4. $4, what's your number?
106.
106.
My stuff in there so that you have it. And I was looking for a black.
Breeder
number to
box.
put my bags in it.
1 breeder box. How about $1 for the breeder box? 1, 2, now 2. Now 2. 2 in the back, 3. 3. 3, take, you want it for 3? Now 4. 4. We have 3 looking for 4. Not gonna wait for you. $3. 16.
Is this feeder box missing an end?
Yeah.
Cat.
Okay, so there's two, one's missing a cat.
2 feeder boxes. One's missing a cat. Pardon? Oh, we got it. Okay. Let's.
That's my favorite.
How about a $2 bid on the feeder boxes? Is there a $2 bid? How about both of them for $5? Both feeder boxes for $5. These are automatic feeders. $5, $4. $4 for both of them. We have 4. Is there 5? Sold for $4. Number, what is her number? The woman in the, what's your number, honey?
105.
105. Indian almond tea. Tea bags. Indian almond leaf. In a tea bag form. Is there a $2 bid on this? I'll bid 2. Is there 3? Now 3.
Here.
We have 3 here, now 4. You want it for 5? $5 per roll.
Bill, I'm changing them.
I had
This
a.
is Andres.
Well, it's Chuck. Chuck.
Well, they're Chuck. There. Yeah, these are Chuck's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Chuck brought these
I
bags
had to
of
bring him because it was.
very high quality food. They're all the same. He needs to get $5 to break even.
That's the food I use.
Yeah, this is
It's my
what
favorite food.
Andres
It's by
was
far.
talking about.
Yeah.
$5 for a bag. We have 2 here, 3. Give me your numbers. 96, 97, 98. And what was the other?
I think someone over there said, I said I want one, but I think somebody over here said it.
We have more, is that
No,
it?
that's it.
I think he said he wanted it.
Okay. What's your number? 16? 17. What else?
Okay. That's 3.
17, you get 17. 96, 97, 98. The filter, these are really nice. These are the double filters that stick on the side of the tank. They're a $5 bid. 4, 3.
I'll take it for 3.
3, we got 3, is there 4? We have 4 in the back, 5. 4 sold for 4.
Almost to the end.
Okay, we got a pump. Berlin pump. Red Sea Berlin pump. These are $40 pump. They're a $10 bid for the pump. $10 bid for the pump.
10, come on. I'll take it
$10.
for 10.
I'll take it for 10.
11,
I'll take it for 11.
12. 13.
He can have it. I got him laying around, that was kind of nice.
$12. Here you go.
That's a good one.
It's hard to argue with you.
Nice pump.
3 filters, all.
3 filters.
They all go together.
Okay, we're gonna sell all these as one. All 3 of these for $5. $5 for the 3 filters. I'm sure they all work and wouldn't went wrong. Is there a $5 bid? $4.
Joe?
We have 4 here. Is there a 5? Sold for Florida Roll.
Last night.
14.
Last night. Wow. Okay.
I was thinking that was not $40.
You want to say something about this, Joe? Did you want to say something about it?
It's just a Mars Cascade back filter. It's rated for about 75 gallons. The friend of mine used it.
You never know.
They really like them. They work really well.
Now, they are nice filters.
Yeah.
How about $10? $10 on the filter. Really good filter. Is there a $10 bid? $9. How about 9? 8. We got 5 now. 6. 6, 7,
Oh, yeah.
7, 8. $7. Is there an $8 bid? $8 here. Now 9. 9 to give. $8. Is there a $9 bid? $8 once, twice. Thank you all. Delightful meeting with you. I'm gonna fall on my face. Well done. Thank you. Wonderful.
Good job. Running this stuff.
Yes, thank you.
This sand is.
Oh, we got one more item.
We have a place. I saw him, I don't really have room.
Okay, we got a bucket. We got a bucket of sand. A bucket of sand. $5 oregano.
No, I did.
Sand.
Chuck did.
$5.
Chuck's.
$5 Aragonite sand. Aragonite sand. Good quality sand.
Oh,
I
I
got you. Want it? $5.
I'm good. I thank you.
I am good. I got state park ones, I got natural estuary program ones.
Not that I wanted to pump.
Whatever.
Sure, put it in there. Sure. I'll find someone to use it.
Hey, give me the little one. Oh! What, I'm paying $15 for that thing.
All right, we still got 25 minutes.
Keep growing that stuff. I need it.
Try book the million. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, wait, I'm dying. Let's see. Yes, Chris, I'm the president of the club. Thank you, Chevy Fish. Roman, hello, thank you. John Sua.
Where's the foil bag?
I didn't know about a foil bag.
Okay, see you, Lou.
Take care, Ron. Good to see you. Thank you. Good to, happy to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you. Oh, hey, I'm looking for a place to live. My roommate died, and they want to sell the house.
Oh, I see.
So I need a couple of rooms or something. You know of anything?
If I hear something, I'll let you know.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, take care.
Okay, thank
Good.
All right. Thank you all guys for coming in. This has been fun. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to do more. We meet every month here. So what we're going to try to do is by March, see if we can figure out a way to get you guys involved in the auction. Thanks for hanging in there with us. It's been a long haul, but it's been fun. Bye for now. See how I'll get out of here. End the broadcast. Any other comments anyone wanted to make before we wrap it up? The auction looks peaceful. John Sewis said, yeah, it's pretty peaceful. We're a pretty gentle crowd here. All right. Thank you all.
Julio Cerebel says, have 4 tiger barbs, 3 different goldfish, 2 white mollies, 2 gladdies, 2 tetras, and almost all dead.
I wound up in somebody else's stream.
Absolutely nothing about.
And I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. Oh dear, I'm in Fisher and Fever stream. Now I'm in Discord. Here we go. Okay, here we are. Take care, guys. Gone for now. I'll see you Friday night. See you tomorrow night. Bye for now.